Your diesel car has a secret second fuel tank that you're constantly refilling, and nobody told you about the hidden costs, failures, and frustrations that come with it. I'm talking about AdBlue, also called DEF in some regions. That blue-capped filler next to your diesel tank that you barely think about until the day your dashboard lights up with warnings and your car refuses to start. Here's what frustrates me. When you bought your diesel car, the salesperson probably mentioned AdBlue in passing, maybe said something like, "Oh, you'll just top it up every few thousand miles, no big deal." What they didn't tell you is that this emissions fluid has a dark side that costs diesel car owners thousands in unexpected repairs, leaves them stranded at the worst possible times, and creates problems that simply didn't exist in older diesels. Make sure to watch till the end because I'm going to reveal the most expensive AdBlue system failure that affects nearly every diesel car brand and the early warning signs that could save you from a $2,000 to $4,000 repair bill. Let's start with what AdBlue actually is. It's a solution of 32.5% urea and 67.5% deionized water. Your car injects it into the exhaust system where it reacts with nitrogen oxide emissions, breaking them down into harmless nitrogen and water vapor through the SCR catalyst. Sounds simple enough, right? Just top it up occasionally and forget about it. But here's where the problems start. Problem number one, AdBlue refills add significant cost to diesel ownership that nobody talks about. Depending on your car and driving style, you'll use anywhere from 1 to 3 liters of AdBlue per 1,000 kilometers. A 10-liter bottle costs $15 to $30 depending on where you buy it. Over 20,000 kilometers a year, you're spending $150 to $300 just on AdBlue. Over typical ownership, that's easily $1,000 to $2,000 in fluid costs alone. Compare that to older diesels that had no AdBlue system. That's pure additional cost added to diesel ownership. Problem number two, the system is incredibly sensitive to AdBlue quality, and cheap AdBlue destroys expensive components. Not all AdBlue is created equal. Cheap, off-brand AdBlue often doesn't meet ISO 22241 standards. Contaminated or low-quality AdBlue causes crystallization in the injector, blocks the SCR catalyst, and damages NOx sensors. An AdBlue injector replacement costs $300 to $800. A failed NOx sensor costs $400 to $600. A contaminated SCR catalyst can cost $1,500 to $3,000 to replace. The frustrating part? You won't know you've used bad AdBlue until weeks or months later when the damage shows up as warning lights. Problem number three, crystallization issues that nobody warns you about. AdBlue crystallizes when it dries out or when the system isn't used properly. These crystals form in the injector nozzle, dosing module, and throughout the SCR system, eventually blocking everything completely. This happens more often than you'd think. Short trips mean the AdBlue system never gets hot enough to prevent crystallization. Running your AdBlue tank too low lets air enter the system, causing the remaining fluid to dry out and crystallize in the lines. The symptoms start gradually. Higher AdBlue consumption, occasional warnings, then one day your car goes into limp mode or refuses to start entirely because the system has crystallized shut. Problem number four, your car will literally refuse to start if the AdBlue system fails. Modern diesel cars with AdBlue have a countdown system. When the tank is empty or the system detects a fault, you get warnings. 1,000 kilometers until engine start prevented, then 500, then 100. When that countdown reaches 0, your car will not start. Not reduced power, completely unable to start. You're stranded until you get the system fixed. This is a hard lockout programmed into the ECU to ensure emissions compliance. Imagine your AdBlue system fails on a Friday evening. Dealerships are closed. Mobile mechanics can't fix complex AdBlue failures. You're stuck until Monday minimum. Problem number 5. Cold weather creates a whole new set of AdBlue problems. AdBlue freezes at -11 degrees Celsius. Most modern diesel cars have heating elements in the AdBlue tank to prevent freezing, but these systems can fail. Frozen AdBlue expands and can crack the tank, damage lines, or break the dosing module. Even when the heating works, it draws power from your battery. In extreme cold, a weak battery might not provide enough power to heat the AdBlue system and start the engine simultaneously. Problem number 6. AdBlue has a limited shelf life that nobody mentions. AdBlue degrades over time, especially when exposed to heat or sunlight. The shelf life is typically 12 months when stored properly, but in your car's tank under engine bay heat, it can degrade faster. Degraded AdBlue doesn't work effectively, causing your NOx sensors to detect higher emissions. This triggers fault codes, warning lights, and eventually the countdown to engine start prevention. Problem number 7. System complexity means expensive diagnostics and repairs. The AdBlue system includes the tank, dosing module, injector, multiple NOx sensors, temperature sensors, the SCR catalyst, and complex ECU programming monitoring everything. When something goes wrong, diagnosing the exact failure requires specialized diagnostic equipment. Independent mechanics often can't access the necessary tools, forcing you to the dealership where diagnostic fees alone run $150 to $300 before any repairs. Many AdBlue system failures require component replacement rather than repair. The dosing modules, injectors, and sensors are sealed units. When they fail, you buy new ones at full dealer prices. The most expensive failure is SCR catalyst contamination or failure, costing $2,000 to $4,000 to replace. Early warning signs include increasing AdBlue consumption, NOx sensor fault codes, and reduced engine performance. So what can you do to minimize AdBlue problems? First, always use high-quality AdBlue that meets ISO 22241 standards. Buy from reputable suppliers, not random gas stations with dusty bottles sitting in the sun. Second, never let your AdBlue tank run below 1/4 full. This prevents air from entering the system and causing crystallization. Third, if you mostly do short trips, take your diesel car on a longer highway drive once every week or two. This heats the AdBlue system properly and prevents crystallization. Fourth, store spare AdBlue properly. Keep it sealed away from sunlight and use it within 12 months. Fifth, respond immediately to any AdBlue warnings. Don't wait for the countdown to get critical. Address system issues early before they become expensive failures. The reality is that AdBlue systems added complexity, cost, and potential failure points to diesel cars. They were necessary to meet emissions regulations, but they fundamentally changed diesel ownership in ways many buyers weren't prepared for. Older diesels were simpler, more reliable, and didn't strand you because of a failed urea injector. Modern diesels are cleaner, but more expensive to maintain and more prone to complicated failures. This is the truth about AdBlue that dealerships don't emphasize and manufacturers downplay. It's not just a simple fluid you top up occasionally. It's an entire emission system that requires attention, proper maintenance, and eventually expensive repairs. What's your experience with AdBlue systems? Have you dealt with expensive failures or frustrating breakdowns? Share your story in the comments,